Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the KTAL News Now Digital Streaming Center. So, right now, we just heard the first press conference in regards to this shooting that happened in Shreveport here just about an hour ago. We saw it here in our newsroom with about 34 crews on the scene, and we appeared on the scene to investigate. We have a reporter there live, and they just received that press conference where you heard a little bit about the details. Of course, they are limited on what they can release at this point, but they said that it started at a Dollar Tree about a half a mile away, and then it led to a chase. That chase then led to shots fired. So we are waiting for more details in regards to that situation, and we will keep you updated right here on ktalnews.com. But of course, right here on KTAL News Now, where we are live on the scene and breaking news for you guys and reporting on stories that matter to you. So stick with us here as we collect more information, and we are able to bring that to you right here, right now. So it looks like it really initially started as an attempted carjacking, and like we said, at the Family Dollar off Linwood, and then on the 9400 block. So that happened, and that led to the police chase. And so we're gonna look to see if we can get a live look at the scene and how everything looks right now. This is a footage video from earlier today, and you can see that right there. This is the scene that they have taped off, but we have a reporter there. Our very own Jalen Jackson is live on the scene. So we're going to go ahead and coordinate with him and see if we can bring him in just a moment, just to give us a little bit more of an update on what's happening there. So stick with us right here as we bring you that information.
You good? Okay. I'll get ready to
All right, we appreciate your patience because we are live in the moment right now, live here on the scene of this officer involved shooting here in Shreveport. We just received a press conference from some officers as well as we believe Louisiana State Police, and so they gave us a brief update in regards to the shooting on Linwood Avenue, where they've closed down the road because of this shooting, and we're going to get a live update here in just a few minutes from one of our reporters, Jalen Jackson. He's been live there on the scene since this situation broke. We saw it come into our newsroom about 34 crews on the scene, and he headed out there to be able to give you guys the latest information. So we'll check in with him right here, right now. Let's pull him up and just see what he's looking at and the situation that is going on there. Let's see. Let's pull him up here in just a moment. All right. Hey, Jalen, so you've been there since this situation kind of broke out. Can you give us an update in regards to what's going on there and, the update that they were recently able to give us as well?
Of course, pretty much there was an incident that happened at the dollar store where, it ended up traveling from the dollar store and a carjacking happened to get to where we are right now and led to an officer-involved shooting.
All right, Jalen. So they said it led to an officer-involved shooting. What was the incident? What kind of happened there that it led to this incident?
Well, from what we know, they came up and talked to us and told us not exactly sure what the exact incident was at the dollar store that led to this, but they said they noticed the suspect and pretty much the suspect carjacked and drove from the dollar store down Linwood Avenue all the way to the field, which led to the officer-involved shooting. And they couldn't give us many details on the officer-involved shooting other than that it happened.
Yeah, okay, we understand that the details are pretty limited right now at this point, so we appreciate you for being on the scene and giving us the latest and all the information that is provided to you at this point. Would you say that there is anything specific that you can point out in regards to the scene and what things look like right now?
Yeah, well, right now, I've been here for a few hours, just like you said earlier, but there are still police in the scene, and I don't know if you can see it right now, but all the way back where you see the police lights, there are officers all in the field right there. It's still more than a dozen officers here from when it initially happened. So it is still an active crime scene, and majority of that street, majority of Linwood past the McDonald's and Brookshire's is still closed. I'm not sure exactly when it'll open up, but they are thoroughly investigating and have still more than 10 to 15 officers here.
And so Louisiana State Police, are they kind of ahead of this investigation as well?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
No worries. Is Louisiana State Police, are they kind of spearheading this investigation right now?
So the way it's set up, they are splitting the investigation. The incident that happened at the dollar store, Shreveport Police is investigating that one, while the officer-involved shooting that happened in this field back here, the state police are investigating that one. And just like I said earlier, SPD was willing to talk about, what happened at the dollar store with the carjacking, but the state police didn't. They pretty much told us they couldn't release many details about, the officer-involved shooting that occurred back behind me.
All right, Jalen, thank you so much for that reporting. We really appreciate it. And if I could just ask you, if you can leave that shot up for our viewers for just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and continue to just provide them the details that we do have. But thank you so much for your reporting. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your reporting. We really appreciate it.
All right, guys, just stick with us right here. We are going to continue to just show you the scene that is kind of unfolding there on Linwood Avenue. Jalen Jackson just reported there, and he told us that the road is still pretty much closed off as they continue their investigation. So this is going to continue probably for a few hours, and we will keep you updated right here, right now. So stick with us as we give you the latest information. And we're going to go ahead and look at maybe some details that we have collected throughout the few hours that this has been spiraling. So the information has been said that this kind of spiraled and started at the Dollar Tree just about a mile and a half away, and then it led to a chase, and then that is when the shooting happened, and that aspired, and things continued from there. Let's see here. So they did find one victim with non-life-threatening injuries. The officer pursued the suspect, and the suspect was shot. So again, with non-life-threatening injuries now, and there is an assumption that he is in custody. We would probably assume that he's probably in the hospital receiving medical care, so that's what we're probably going to assume there. But there is so many facts that still need to be discovered, and we need to continue to investigate this and see unfold the facts and details. As recently, it was just probably about a week ago today, I think, tomorrow marks a week ago, probably. There was another officer involved with shooting in Shreveport. So information for that is still coming out. We are still waiting on body camera footage to be released for that. So it takes time for these investigations to take place and for the information to come out. So we just have to wait patiently for those details. But as we do wait patiently, you can definitely rely on us right here on ktalnews.com to provide you with that latest information. And if you download the KTAL News Now app, you can receive push notifications right there, right at your fingertips, so that you don't miss a beat. And so we're actually going to update you here. No one has life-threatening injuries as we have received this here. No one has life-threatening injuries. Officers are all safe. But I do recall when the press conference was taking place that there was an officer who fired one shot, but it seems that no one has life-threatening injuries. So we just wanted to reiterate that right here. All right, so we have updated that right here, and you can see this live look of the scene and what is aspiring here in this moment right now. So again, just want to reiterate, I think I misspoke a little bit ago. So no one has life-threatening injuries. There's one victim with non-life-threatening injuries. SPD found one victim with non-life-threatening injuries. Just want to reiterate that as this information comes very quickly, it is very easily to misspeak, and I apologize for that. We want to provide you with the most accurate information, and you can definitely count on us to do that right here. For some of our viewers tuning in right now that are asking where this is located, this is happening in Shreveport on Linwood Avenue. That the road is closed off around here. So this is on Linwood Avenue that this has occurred. The shooting happened about, let's say, around 5 o'clock or so. And we've been there on the scene collecting the details in regards to what happened. Recently, there was a press conference of information that was released and what happened. Not many details, as this investigation is very, very preliminary and ongoing at the moment. As you can see right here, many crews on the scene, and this is an investigation that has now been split between two agencies. Just moments ago, we heard from our reporter, Jalen Jackson, where he went into detail in regards to this being split up with SPD, Shreveport Police Department, and Louisiana State Police. They're on the scene as well, assisting with this investigation. So they're investigating both incidents right now. As we said earlier, this aspired at a Family Dollar off Linwood on the 9400 block in that area, and it led to a police chase, and then shots were fired. There has been no distinction on how many shots were fired. They were not able to release that information at this point, but more information to come on the details of what happened exactly. And of course, later to come, of course, we will receive a body camera footage and more at a later time. But this is really the beginning stages of this investigation, so extremely preliminary. As you continue to watch right here, the scene of their investigation, the tape is up and probably will remain up for another few hours as they continue their investigation, and we will keep you updated with the latest information right here on KTALnews.com. All right, guys, this just in. We just got a press release from State Police. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this with you right now. So troopers are investigating an officer-involved shooting near the 400 block of West Bert Kouns Industrial Loop, and that is in Shreveport. So SPD did request their assistance in this investigation, and this investigation is ongoing between Louisiana State Police and Shreveport Police Department. So no officers were injured during this incident, but it was involving an officer. No officers were injured in this officer-involved shooting. Now, one subject was shot. One individual was shot and received non-life-threatening injuries. So the individual that was shot does not have life-threatening injuries. This is still an active scene, as you can see right here. Police are still actively investigating, and the road here in this area, the roads are closed still and will remain closed until they have completed their investigation tonight. So They're asking everyone to find alternate routes in this area as they are conducting their investigation. Also, they are asking if anyone has any information, photos, images, pictures in regards to this situation and what happened here to call detectives, LSP detectives. You can see their number is 318-741-2728. That's 318-741-2728. So again, this happened on their officer involved shooting. They're reporting that happened on the 400 block of West Bert Kouns Industrial Loop, and that is within the city limits of Shreveport that this occurred. So Louisiana State Police have been called out by Shreveport Police Department to assist the investigation of this officer involved shooting. Now, this is the second officer involved shooting within the past about 2 weeks now. That other officer involved shooting, they're continuing that investigation as well. That investigation is ongoing, and now here is another one on their hands. So more details to come on this. This is a breaking news right here that we have just received this information. The Louisiana State Police have just released this statement right here that you heard right now that we have just read to you. And so this information here is breaking, and information and details to this officer involved shooting will continue to come out. But no one in this situation has life-threatening injuries. I think that is the most important part right here, and most important detail here in this situation. So it looks like the officer did fire a shot. No officers were injured. We don't know how many shots have been fired. That still has not been released, so more information to come. But again, here is a last look at what is happening here on the scene.
Hello. Good job.
All right, and just to show you guys right here, you can head on over to ktalnews.com to receive the latest information. As you can see, we are live right now, but we won't be ending this live stream here in just a moment. But you can stay up to date with all the information on this story on ktalnews.com. If you download the KTAL News Now app, you can also download that to receive push notifications. So whenever we receive the latest information and breaking news, you won't miss a beat by downloading that app right there. It is free for Android and Apple devices. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this scene. The investigation will continue there. They're on the scene as they continue their investigation, and we will remain there with our reporters to collect the latest information. But you can receive those updates on ktalnews.com. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great and safe night.